Jones, the one and only. You can't clone me. Got a lot of haters and a lot of homies. Some friends.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot all on me. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot all on me. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot all on me. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot all on me.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The sun setting over the busy metropolis of Houston, Texas. And that's where we're coming to you from tonight. It's the Celtics Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an Intercup, and nothing tips off a broadcast. Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, DA. There's just no answer. Clark, let's be honest. Both teams depleted by injuries. Talk about the adjustments that come when you're missing some of your top players.
Well, the cliche and the reality is next man up. These are all pros, and it's an opportunity for those who may not play regularly to step in and earn the coach's confidence and the confidence of their teammates. Sometimes bench players can rise to the occasion, but more often than not, you can't go very long with a steady diet of your reserves.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Serving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Williams is out there with Horford, and it's Tatum in at the three. From deep, Harden. Kept alive by Houston, and Tucker has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Williams finds Irving. Here's the three. The rebound by Anderson. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here. And here's Harden for three. Another miss by Houston. Last game for Houston, they pick up the win against Los Angeles. Williams passes to Horford. That shot off. The Rockets go the other way with it. Come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Paul against Irving. Paul kicks to Nene. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Celtics on D. Here's Tucker. And a great assist by Paul. That one goes in.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Brown, the money with the open jumper. Brown's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
Ring against Paul. Harden outside. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Anderson. Williams knocks it away.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Rockets have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game.
And boy, Robert Williams, big athletic guy who just doesn't back down. Still polishing his game, polishing that skill set, but when he's focused, he's absolutely spectacular.
Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Rockets trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The Rockets with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
Harden against Williams. Here's Anderson, buried from 15 feet out. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
Awesome watching Anderson get excellent position down low. Once he's established, he can rise up, and he does so with ease.
The pass to Harden, and stolen by Horford. Down low, Williams. The shot's good. Brown making a play. 6 points for Williams.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Brown, and it's sent back by Horford.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And Brown throws it down hard.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Onuaku's checked in. Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. And it's Trey Bikes in for Paul. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Brown. And Marcus Smart has subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
It's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor. And defensive, they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Smart finds Baines. The rebound by Anderson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. Down by 12. Here's Bikes by Smart. Down low, here's Green, banked in off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Morris passes off. Outside, Smart. Here's Williams. Rockets with the rebound.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
You're getting theirs before defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
And it's good for 2. Williams has got 10.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Bobbed up there for Green.
Good to see Gordon being unselfish. Excellent ball awareness and great at finding his guys in their spots.
Celtics leading by 8. Smart kicks to Baines. Morris passes to Baines. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Bikes. Guarded by Smart. Goes up to the stripe. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Smart. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Boston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense. The most dangerous shooters in the league right now, Ryan Anderson says that fits right in on this team.
Most of the time it's, why did you take that shot? But this team, it's, why didn't you take that shot? Or why'd you pass it up? So
that's how Anderson made his living.
And as a shooter, nothing better than to have that bright green light.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. You might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Grinding away down low, man, just filing them down. Love the bully ball method. Paying off well.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Morris. McCaw is out there with Smart. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Tice in at the 4 slot.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Here's McCaw. Smart passes to McCaw. His 3-pointers off the mark. Fast break, here we go. Here's Bikes. Chalk up 2 there. Bikes has got his first points of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Inside. And here we go. Rockets running again. Here's Gordon. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Gordon's got his second basket of the night. Head coaches obviously get the attention in all sports, Clark, but the assistants also play very big roles. How do you build chemistry as a coaching staff?
You know, I've never coached, but I've watched a lot of coaches. I think first and foremost, you appreciate your assistant coaches, and then you give them room to grow and develop as coaches. And you share with them the building of the team and the coaching of the team. To me, I think if you serve your assistant coaches as they're serving you, I think that's how you build the best chemistry.
And loyalty's got to be big among that group on that sideline, doesn't it? Loyal to each other.
Big time. Loyalty to one another, and then also a common focus on really serving the players to the best of their ability collectively. And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And clearly, he's in a lot of pain. They call time, and the trainer's going to get a chance to go out and check him over.
Both teams will make substitutions. We get a break in the end, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Golden State. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Houston, 3 spots below.
And you know, Houston, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stage.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
A top-notch post-game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. On the inbound. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Horford. Tatum on the wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown kicks to Irving. Back to Brown. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Brown extremely accomplished down low and worthy of respect as a result. Destroys whoever tries to guard him in the paint.
Here's Harden. No good on the shot. And it's Boston the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really.
Oh!
Oh, man. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And the shot goes in.
I mean, what can you do? What's the answer? Harden, gifted near the basket, strong in body, elite skill set. Most defenders have no chance.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Rockets trail by 9. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Here's Harden. That one's good. Just his third make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into the game.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Houston. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Green, he's checked in for Houston. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:22 left now here in the second. Now here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. 6 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And, you know, P.J. Tucker drafted back in 2006. Wow, that's a dozen years ago already. But, you know, he spent a handful of seasons in Europe early on refining his game. A good move for him. Came back with a three-point shot that's become the foundation of his offense.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. It's a 10-point game. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. So he gets them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum of the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Harden surveying the D, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Anderson, he's checking for Nene. And Gordon subbed in for Paul. And a change for the Celtics. Morris is checked in.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on here in the second.
Here's Green. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration in his face.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Rockets trail by 11. And here's Harden. He's got 10. The Rockets with another miss. Tatum on the wing. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm. We have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Boston. They lead by 11. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Celtics leading by 11. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Tucker and Anderson are the 3 and the 4. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Then it's Nene in at the 5 down low. Here's Harden on target from 13 feet. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
The kick out to Williams. Floats one. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Yeah, he is a budding prospect. I like whenever Williams shows that determination on offense, and it looks like he wants to take over.
Harden outside. That's going to be a treble. Now let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight, divided between the starters and the reserves for the Celtics. Celtics leading by 13. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Celtics. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Toronto, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
And, you know, for Boston, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. Only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Al Horford. Inside, goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Tucker's got 6.
Using its strong upper body, Tucker can definitely play through contact.
Dishes to Williams. Round inside, guarded Harden. Yep, it counts. 8 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Houston making some changes. James Ennis comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's White Bikes in for James Harden. Bikes, the best of Paul. And here's Ennis. Clock at 6. Paston and Nate. Paul outside. From deep three-point range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Paul's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Baines. It's rebounded by Paul. And it's Paul with the ball for Houston. Down by 12. Ennis taking his time here. over Tatum. Ennis misses. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to 80% since the break. Irving against Paul. Nene up top. Ennis kicks to Paul. Over Irving. Bank shot, no good. Boston leading by 12. Pass to Tatum, over Ennis. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Tatum's got 6.
And Tatum not bashful about pulling up now. He's got a nice, efficient mid-range jumper.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report on the sideline.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play or isolation in post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. Thank you very much. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. Gerald Green comes in for Chris Paul. The Celtics also changing it up. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Gordon against Morris. Puts it up. Cut, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Eric Gordon.
I'm still kind of trying to figure out how that one went in. Don't think they drew it up that way, but hey, it still counts because it worked.
Here's Irving. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Pikes, no good.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at containing the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Green draws the double. Out to the right wing. Bikes kicks to Ennis. 14 feet away. Misses off the right iron. Boston leading by 14. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And Tice gets it to go.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Rockets have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics take it the other way.
Man, this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now. It's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Dwight Bikes. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Irving kicks to Morris. Back to Irving. Nice ball movement by Boston. Baines passes to Tice. To the paint. Shots good by Baines. Baines has got his first bucket in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw drops for Harden.
And you know, the beard continues to impress, continues to get better, and MVP candidate seemingly every season. Now, I've got a question, though. How does he maintain the look of that beard?
Morris finds Irving. There's the three. Rebounded by Tucker. Now, here's Green. Shoots the three. Connects again from distance.
And all season long, he's been nothing but money from beyond the arc.
You're right. He's been nothing short of amazing for him as he edges closer to third most three-pointers in a single season. Well, through quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Celtics lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been evenly fought contest. On the floor for Boston, we've got Aaron Baines. Irving is out there with, and it's Marcus Morris, and it's Horford in at the center.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
He kicks it to Tucker. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Anderson. Here is Anderson. At the top of the key, Gordon. And it's Irving with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebound has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Rockets trail by 17. Gordon with it. Anderson outside. Harden outside. Off target from 3-point range.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Now the pass to Horford. Back to Smart. Morris inside. Working on Green. They get it back. He gets it in there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And it goes out of bounds. Left by Irving. Houston making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. And Paul subbed in for Green. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Kyrie Irving. Now timeout called by Houston.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter, and the call will be against Al Horford. And it'll be his 3rd foul so far. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Boy, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Smart kicks to Brown. Williams in the post, guarded by Nene. Taken away by Nene. And there's a foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Boston on D. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Gordon, the pass to Nene. Now, here's Tucker. He's guarded by Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Tucker finds Nene. Harden inside the 3-point line.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Eric Gordon on the wing, guarded by Tatum. And they pick up 2. That's now 8 points for Eric Gordon.
Soft touch on the floater there. Gordon knows when to pull out unblockable shot of his.
Smart kicks to Horford. That shot, no good. Some solid defense there by Nene. Paul surveying the floor. To the inside. And he could not get the one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
The muscle Nene brings on both ends, man, he knows how to use it too. A guy you don't want to fool around with at all.
Ennis, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. Smart kicks to Tatum. Good, and Smart gets assist. Tatum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
The Rockets again can't hit.
Yeah, but hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Tatum's got 9 points in the quarter.
Got to respect the soft touch inside from Tatum now. He's not shy in looking for a shot. I mean, he's a shot hunter in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Houston. This NBA, Clark, amazing the potential now for some players to play into their 40s. In fact, we're seeing a couple guys in their 40s playing right now and playing well.
Yeah, you know, I thought about it when we started to see this influx, Kevin, of high school players coming into the league at 19, 20, 21 with the advancement in nutrition knowledge and training methods and preservation of the body and taking care of it, that we might see more longer careers. But if you start at 21 and play 15 years, that's still only 36. So I think we're going to see more guys in the 40s, but I still think it's going to be a small number by and large.
Paul again serving. Paul's shot is off. Here's Boston now. They're on a 13-3 run. Left side, Brown. Knocks it loose. Kicks to Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. Offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks two.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Onuaku's checked in, and it's Ennis in for P.J. Tucker. Mike's kicks to Ennis. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort with moving in that direction from an owner's standpoint.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games a year.
A two-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Well, it was a pleasure watching him get his guys involved. And his passing was tight and on time, really sharp tonight.
Now here's Ennis. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6 and stolen by Horford. Here's Tatum. Rockets with the rebound. Paul right side over Irving. And again, the Rockets good for two.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Well, hopefully they can ride this momentum into the next game because this one is done. Over. Fine
buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go outside as we send you over to Dave Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a five-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.